You're such a diverse artist with so many styles, mediums, and endless new series of works. Do you ever feel the pressure to produce?
I put pressure on myself to produce, that is for sure. I have so many ideas that I experiment with or different processes that I want to do that I'm constantly excited to do it. Yeah, I always have this feeling that I need to create something new. The minute I finish one thing, I still have the feeling that I need to do something else. Never quite satisfied, I guess.
Why do you call yourself Desire, Obtain, Cherish? Where did this name come from?
I didn't intend on calling myself Desire, Obtain, Cherish. It came from some words that, the 3 words I posted on the streets a long time ago. And people were documenting that and posting it online, and they were calling me Desire, Obtain, Cherish as the artist that made these. And the name kind of stuck.
I think it's fair to say most people are familiar with your iconic blow pop or Meltdown sculptures. Why do you think that is for these sculptures versus all of your other work?
It's easily identifiable. It's bright, it's shiny, it's glossy. All of those attractive features that I intended it to have, albeit that most people don't really understand that the concept of it, the kind of instantly disposable thing that is discarded or thrown away, that I'm, referring to, a lot of us in the way we just kind of consume things so fast that we don't ever get to finish them or appreciate them. I think the concept is a little bit lost on people, but as an object, it's pretty cool, and that's why people identify with it.
You've utilized so many various techniques. Why so many? Do you ever worry that your wide range of technique muddies up your message?
Most artists tend to paint the same thing over and over again. Most artists develop a style and they stick with it. I think if I woke up one morning saying, oh my God, I got to go to the studio and paint that same thing over again, I would probably not want to be an artist. Being an artist to me is, creating art is about communicating an idea effectively the way I want to tell the story, whatever material is necessary. So I'm not so concerned with completely changing from metal to plastic, from plastic to paper. I'll do whatever it takes in order to say what I want to say as effectively as I can. I think art needs to make people feel something, so they have to feel something, and I can't be restricted by I happen to only be the artist that works that one particular way. I wouldn't be able to tell as many stories as I can.
You're doing a show in Taipei with Blue Rider, where a lot of different styles and techniques are represented, a kind of cross-section of works you've made. Do you want to talk about that a bit?
The Taipei show for Blue Rider is a great kind of a amalgam of the scope of it, from the new text paintings to the pill pieces, to the branded series. It's a great overview, I think, of a lot of the topics that I like to bring up in my works. A lot of the work has to deal with this kind of constant searching for happiness and this constant thing that we're being sold, these things, or we believe that something is going to make us happy. I think that same theme runs through so many of my pieces, and the story's just kind of told in different ways.
You have new text-based paintings, which seem slightly political. Can you elaborate on them, please?
I wouldn't say political. I don't consider myself a political artist at all. It's more of a critique, perhaps, on American culture. The United States has so much potential and at the same time is so dysfunctional, especially in the current global state that we're in, that it just felt right for me to make these paintings. I love using text, and I've used text since my early days making art. Text is a very simple way to communicate. It's very confrontational. It's very immediate. I like that. And combining it with the blurry images and the dye sublimation prints on the poplin, it hits you over the head very fast.
How do you come up with new ideas? Where does the creativity come from?
What doesn't inspire me? Everything inspires me. I always kind of try to look at my life as if I had a camera 20 feet or 200 feet above me, looking down at myself or looking down at us, and observing who we are and what we do, and you know, and with the social media and the phones and the lack of communication and the isolation and the me, the self, the I can't find what I'm looking for yet I'm completely unhappy all the time, or maybe I'm happy, or this is going to get me happy, or maybe that, or it just seems like we are running really, really fast and not necessarily getting anywhere, and being still and appreciating what we have and breathing a little bit seems to be you know, not as much there, and so I think all of that, my view on kind of who we are in a contemporary culture, that's where all my ideas come from. That's what excites me. I'm constantly amazed, I think, at how advanced we think we are, and yet we're really not.